I actually really like Joe's selection of music tonight. That was actually pretty good. Welcome to Hellbent Holler Live. This is live number 45. And we are really happy to have you guys hang out with us tonight for another exciting live stream. We have a lot of stuff to get through on the schedule, on the docket today. My name is Jessi. Let's do a sound check before we get too far into this. This is Joe. All right. All good. Video and audio. Perfect. Excellente. All right. If you're in here, go ahead and hit that like button. I don't care if you like it or not. You need to hit that like button. And
or you can hit the dislike button. It does the same thing in the algorithm.
Yeah.
Hurts our feelings.
We have somebody that always dislikes one of our videos. We don't know who it is.
Like immediately.
Like
you know
immediately.
So.
There's always like, you know that they're subscribed and that they get the notification that we have a new video out because they hit that dislike immediately.
I'm talking like 30 seconds after it's posted. Nobody's even had time to watch it yet. So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. We're going to go through these comments real quick. Everybody's in the house. We got Tristan Myers, Todd Hall, Matt Keenan, Catherine Gay, Kentucky Boy 22, Ryan Holloway, the Deuster. And
it is Deuster and Dee's 52nd wedding.
The Stitch Witch. Yes, speaking of them,
52 years married.
Their wedding anniversary. Congratulations to you.
We will now call her Saint Stitch Witch. Putting up with Dewey's crazy ghost hunting ways.
Her embroidery on her shirt is going to get like this long.
It's just going to be like the whole shirt.
It's going to be all embroidered.
Putting up with his crazy ghost hunting ways. So.
Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations, guys. All right.
So we're going to do the draw on the giveaway. I know that we said we were going to do it earlier in the week, but my parents have been in town. They came up from Florida, and I've just been spending time with my parents over the weekend. We did not get a video out on Sunday because I made an executive decision. I don't get to see my parents hardly at all, and all I do is work on this and everything else. So I didn't get the video out. I hung out with my parents and spent time with my family. So that was my executive decision of the weekend. And Joe said, okay. So that's what I did. So I spent time with my family. But that video will be out this coming Sunday. So
Susan Crispin's battling a 102 fever.
Oh,
Susan. I hope you
feel better.
I hope you are feeling better, or you get to feeling better. And then Susan C. Daughter's at the hospital getting induced for the first grandbaby.
Congratulations, Susan. That is awesome. Congratulations.
Middle name, Hellbent Holler. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl.
God.
John Hellbent Holler. C. There you go. All right.
That's a winner.
That's a winner.
Yeah. All right.
Remember what I was going to name our hypothetical kid?
Virgil?
No, it was going to be Joe. No, the first name was going to be Musket.
Musket, yeah.
Musket was going to be the first name. Musket, Dale Earnhardt, Conan.
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze Doyle the third. Yes, that's what it was.
Oh, goodness.
All right.
All right. Cryptid Keeper says, did you hear that something happened to Dr. Jeff Meldrum? I saw a post saying he was in stable condition and flown to another hospital. So I think what happened is they did the Alaskan Bigfoot cruise.
Yeah, it was a cruise. They're on a cruise ship.
They did a cruise, and apparently there was a medical emergency being on the cruise. I don't know if anybody else got sick, but Dr. Jeff Meldrum got sick. They said that he's doing better now, so that's good. It seems like the cryptid world is everybody's getting hurt or sick or dying.
Passing away, unfortunately. So.
Yeah. So, I'm glad that he's doing better in stable condition. That must have been really, really bad for them to airlift him off of a cruise ship. But Joe and I do not go on cruises. We definitely don't go on cruises. What we got here? Long Live Roadhouse.
I think my baby name was a
hit.
Was a big hit. So
yeah.
Kentucky Boy 22 wanted to know. Yeah, Barton Groves is doing a little better, but he's still not out of the woods. I was going to try to call him this weekend, but I got wrapped up with everything late every day, and I don't want to call him because Martin and I chatter at each other like
every time he talks to Martin on the phone, it's 3 hours.
3 hours
because they both just
So I don't want to catch him late because he'll stay up and talk to the detriment of his own health.
Yeah.
So, but he is doing a little bit better. A lot of people asking about how Martin grows.
Yeah, definitely keep those prayers coming.
Keep them coming.
For Brother Martin.
Shoot him a little message on Facebook, make a little comment.
Yeah, he appreciates everybody thinking of him and praying for him, and just send him well wishes.
Yeah.
And
Martin's occupies a huge part in our lives.
Yes, he does. He's very important.
If we don't talk to him every day, we talk about him every day. If Martin's name is mentioned. Actually, Barton, just talked to him. Still fighting, just talk to him. So, all right.
Sorry, I'm going through chats. We're trying to keep up right now. We're going to have to nominate some more moderators at some point in time, but these keep getting bigger. So, we also we're going to do a mail call because we have some packages that came and we're going to open them live on air. Because we do have a PO box and people send us stuff, and we've gotten some weird stuff before.
We've gotten We've gotten letters in code that we had to try to decipher. One, we had to enlist the aid of a amateur code breaker.
Yes.
And
I got remember my serial killer greeting card?
You got a serial killer greeting card.
I got a serial killer greeting card. That was pretty cool. That was right before we left to go to LBL. No, that was before we left to go to Monster Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was right before Monster Fest. I got that. So we're going to be doing that. We'll be opening those live on air. I think that'd be kind of fun.
One could hope, James Barker. One could hope.
Gorilla urine? Oh, well, you know what? We probably would have smelled that through the box. So... yeah, we are never going to go on a cruise. I don't see us going on a cruise. Bill Evans. Jessi, your girl Monica says hi. Hi, Bill. Hi, Monica. It is nice to have you guys on the show, on the chat today. They are my in real life friends that I see on
Actually,
radio
all of
basis.
these are like in real life friends.
I guess so, yeah.
They're like in town friends.
Yeah,
as opposed to
these are in town friends.
As opposed to people that are spread across like 3 or 4 continents.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these people I talk to on like a weekly basis.
I know. We talk to you guys more than we talk to some of our families. So
speaking of which, James Barker. Tying the knot.
Congratulations to James Barker.
Our buddy James Barker.
Someone's finally making an honest man of James Barker. So that is good. Hawk asks, how did you like the Dark Matter Monsters book? I'm going to be honest with you. I liked it a lot because it introduced some really cool concepts to me that I never thought about before, and kind of made me think about kind of the whole cryptid thing as something way larger than I thought it was, something bigger and something in a deeper way, in a more just a universal way. And the concepts are very, very interesting about how these creatures have these different abilities and how they can manipulate the environment around them. It's very akin to Ron Moorhead's book.
Yeah, Quantum
Bigfoot. So those are really good together if you want to read those
We got to do a Hellbent Holler, because we don't really read a lot of cryptid books per se nowadays. Right. We don't, when I say cryptid books, we don't read a lot of like witness encounter books anymore.
Right.
We read stuff like she's reading Dark Matter Monsters.
I'm about to start doing some alchemy reading.
Yeah, the used bookstore near us, somebody either passed away or got married and their wife went, get all this weird shit out of the house. Because they had like a ton of alchemy, everything like that. So Jessi's
Golden Dawn stuff.
So, and I'm getting ready to reread Poltergeist Parallels and Contagions. And then we're going to, there's a few books that like are real kind of crucial to what we do. Trickster and the Paranormal, Demonic Reality, stuff like that. So we ought to do we could
do like a book club discussion thing.
Our boy Marcus Aurelius out the gate, just got here. I'm late. Is Martin okay? Martin's doing better, but he's not out of the woods yet. So please keep him in your thoughts and your prayers.
Absolutely. And shoot him a message or post on his Facebook. Just give him some well wishes. He really appreciates all that. What I was going to say also about Dark Matter Monsters is sometimes I'm not a scientific person. And it can kind of get in the weeds on some of the stuff. But if you have to stop and look up something, that's okay. I kind of said something about that to Joe, because Joe reads more of the more highly technical stuff than I do. I'm more about general concepts.
The big
And
brain.
he's got that the big brain on Joe.
Mhm.
And I'm more into the more esoteric type stuff. And he's really been diving into the more scientific side of things. So I was talking to him about it, and he goes, "Listen, I have to stop and look up some stuff sometimes."
I have to stop and look up constantly.
Yeah. So I was like, God, is this going over my head? And I was like, no, it's not. It's just sometimes you got to stop, especially when it's getting into these like.
If you're not stopping like once a chapter to like cross-reference something, or even to like look up a word you've never seen before, then just don't even bother reading the book. So
Dark matter monsters. I had to kind of. I was like, so wait, what was this theory? Because they go into all these different theories and stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'm not familiar with this, so I had to look this up to kind of get a better grasp on it. So it was definitely an education I needed. So that's a good book. Give it a read. We got it on Kindle, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can find it on there.
Todd Hall, $20. Love the channel.
Thank you so much, Todd Hall. That's really awesome.
We appreciate that, Todd. Thank you. You know, we even though you didn't put out a video this week, we've gotten a ton of like really kind comments and emails, and we are hideously behind on emails. Thank you again for that, Todd. Just to make sure that we are thanking you sufficiently.
We do appreciate you guys emailing us and sending us your encounters and ideas and all of that stuff. Now, don't send us too many YouTube videos because we don't have a lot of time to watch YouTube.
Yeah, that's the thing. We'll have people send us like 20 YouTube videos, and I'm going, these are interesting, and I understand, but it's just generally what we're looking for is if you're having like an actual encounter yourself, especially if you're in our area, we can go kind of check it out ourselves at that point. But Kim Drescher had said she had to put the kibosh on book buying because she was getting a little out of control. But for sure, Quantum Bigfoot this week, we actually purged our book collection out of the old place.
Yeah.
And then we put in new bookcases here. And then we were like, we don't have enough damn books now. So we're heading by the used bookstore.
That's the best thing about like we go to this used bookstore, and of course Joe and I make a beeline for aisle number 4. That is where all of the new age, metaphysical, weird ghosts, all of that stuff is kind of all together. And we always kind of peruse the shelves there. But yeah, I found so much cool Golden Dawn stuff, Rosicrucian stuff, and alchemy. Joe has no interest in any of that stuff. But I'm just like in there just going crazy and pulling books. I had a stack that was like this big. And I was like, okay, I have to kind of pare this down a little bit. But I try to buy used as much as possible. But yeah, it's gonna be a problem. We're gonna go in there every time and just drop coin.
Mike Tolbert said, "I heard Trickster's a tough read. It's a dry read. It jumps around a lot. You almost need like an anthropology or a sociology background to understand.
Isn't there a book that is a compendium?
No, it's a terrible compendium book. So that's what I brought this up. They make a compendium book, like a little kind of like a Cliff Notes thing for it. It's freaking terrible. It's basically just every chapter and then like the first couple of paragraphs, or just goes, this is what they cover in this. And I'm going, I had to stop. That's one of those books where you have to stop quite a lot and kind of reference what the author is discussing. George B. Hansen's a very intelligent guy. He's got a very storied history with mostly paranormal investigations, but the big thing, like in a nutshell, what they talk about is that there's always been a trickster element associated with pretty much every aspect of the paranormal.
Yeah.
A human trickster element is also to be expected with it. So when I see people like losing their freaking minds about hoaxes and people talking about how they've got like, you know, Bigfoot's living in their backyard and like they're doing everything, that's always happened. That's happened since mankind. We're living in caves. There's always been the trickster archetype, but then there's always been a human trickster archetype that goes hand in hand.
You know what that kind of makes me think about?
What's that?
You know, you have these, so you used to have these gods, and you would have these people who would dedicate themselves to these certain gods, and these groups who would dedicate themselves. They were like the cult of whatever. Yeah. You know, what if these people are loosely influenced by this trickster element, and that they are the maybe willing or unwilling pawns for this trickster?
If you remember, John Keel talked about how the phenomenon, and now he was talking about the UFO phenomenon, but he was also talking about associated phenomenon, Mothman, everything like that. It armors itself in absurdity. Certain elements of it are so absurd, it seems like they're designed that way to keep people from believing it.
Oh, yeah,
you know? UFO encounters. There are tons of UFO encounters.
Like when you describe your encounter or whatever happened, and it's like, well, and then this guy in a blue jelly bean costume jumped out of this
Well,
flying UFO. Everybody laughs at
the
you. but-
UFO reports that used to happen a lot in the 50s and the 60s, where people would be driving down a lonely, deserted highway, and there's a broken down UFO on the side of the road with aliens working on it.
Dee
that doesn't-
had a similar kind of
Yes.
experience like that.
But the thing is that normal people hear that stuff and
Yeah.
they instantly go, "That's ridiculous."
yeah.
So it's almost as if the phenomenon sometimes does things to make it hard to believe in it.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things, is that these people who do these hoaxes and do everything like that, it's almost as if they are working in the phenomenon's best interests. You know what I'm saying? So are they encouraged, influenced, whatever? But that's always been the way.
It's almost like they're guided by the hidden hand of the phenomenon.
I mean, there was a lot of sleight of hand that used to take place with like shamanism, anything like that, to kind of sell the myth, to increase the belief quotient.
Yeah.
And it happened with the spiritualism movement
Mhm.
in the 19th century. It happens today with like crazy YouTube channels and stuff like that. It's just something that goes hand in hand with it. So once you start to realize that it's always been a part of it, you may not agree with it. You may think that it's hurting the credibility of the phenomenon. Realize that it's always been part and parcel with what goes on. And in a way, it's part of the phenomenon in a way. So it's, anyway.
It's as much a part of the phenomenon as the
It's
actual
the real activity
element
itself sometimes, that you have to take it in totality and kind of realize that maybe this is part of like some overarching intelligence. You know what I'm saying? That that's kind of, it's either a defense mechanism, or is it something that's being done on purpose? I don't know. But anyway, it's a hard to get through book, but it's well worth it if you're willing to investigate, like willing to invest that time in it. So Montana Ryan W.
Thank you, Montana Ryan W. That's
think-
badass.
Montana Ryan W. is not homeless Ryan. So I think he changed his name. I think he changed his name. If that's you, not homeless Ryan, please let us know. So
Kentucky Boy 22 has found an abandoned house in the LVL.
okay.
And he says that he caught a cryptid / poltergeist on
Mhm.
camera while filming in the abandoned house. It's nuts. Yeah, that'd be cool. He suggested we go and investigate that. That'd be really
Send
cool.
it to us, man.
Yeah,
So,
email us. I'm gonna throw that email up while we're talking about it. Show.
Kentucky Boy leaves a lot of comments on the channel.
Yeah.
You see them, I know. But and then Doug B, $1.99 for spooky season. Trust me, Jessi's also happy spooky season is here. So our house got decorated when? 2 days ago? 3 days ago?
Well, it's always decorated.
It's always
creepy.
decorated, but it's decorated. Thank you for that, Doug B. We appreciate
The
it.
pumpkins came out is what happened. Like the skulls are always out, but the pumpkins came out. Yeah, we're gonna go down for sure. No Caribbean barge booze cruises for us. No.
Barton had said the trickster element is the key to the entire puzzle, in my opinion. Who or what is the trickster? That's the question. And that's the thing, is that you dialed even deeper in and realize that the trickster might be responsible for some of these hoaxes themselves. And even though it's not occurring, the lore and the mythology that's kind of being built may be important for some reason. You know what I'm saying? So now that's not to say that you should like encourage or celebrate it, but don't get frustrated by it either. Don't get frustrated that somebody has released a video of like, I don't know, somebody in a Bigfoot suit and it's got 100,000 likes on TikTok. Do they like on TikTok, or is it just views? I don't know how TikTok works. I'm an old man.
I don't know what they do.
So, but it's just, I see people just losing their minds and I'm going, guys, this is part and
It's
parcel
like
to it.
almost like it's a personal
Mhm.
affront to them, that someone would do such a thing.
Odyssey Antics popped in. Hello. All right.
Based on the episode title, are we giving away a Dogman and a Bigfoot?
It's going to be it's going to be a mystery package. You'll just
mystery
get it.
package.
You'll get a box with some
It's-
holes poked in it.
There's going to be stuff dripping from it, so get ready. Eric Leifson says, have you all ever considered if Dogmans might be a physical manifest of an astral projection rather than a creature from another dimension?
I think everything's on the table at this point. Everything from subterranean flesh and blood
to engineered super soldiers.
I don't think that's the case. I mean, they're.
Well, you said anything's on the table.
I did. But I mean, I still think that if they have gotten like hold of biological samples and those biological samples are creatures like that.
I don't think we're to the point where we're engineering Dogman super
soldiers.
Well,
no, but they might have gotten biological material from something from somewhere else.
Yeah.
And just like they're trying to retro engineer UAPs, you know, exotic machinery, they might be trying to genetically engineer, you know, exotic creatures based upon biological samples from somewhere else. So our boy Mike Aurelius is hitting us again. He's gonna have to write off Hellbent Holler on his taxes. You know, so
we're like dependents.
Yeah, just we'll send you our tax info so that way you can get a little back at the end of the year. John Keel was a brave pioneer in investigating Mothman in the face of possible alien and or dangerous government cover-up. If you've never listened to it, listen to the first interview that Art Bell did with John Keel.
Oh, yeah.
Is that not probably the best 3 hours of like radio that's like ever graced American airwaves? I mean, it's just phenomenal.
It's they talk like they're old friends, like they've just always known each other. And you know, everybody's always kind of scared to talk to John Keel because he's kind of crazy too. And he's awesome. He is so obsessive about the subject. So Art is very even keel with him and very calm with him. And they talk about absurd things in a very nonchalant manner. So it's a very, very good interview. It's very good.
But he talks about that. He talks about what was crazy is that he talks about how he would take a gas mask when he was going out to Point Pleasant because he knew a disaster was going to strike. He thought it was going to be one of the chemical factories through there. And that he was like running around with a gas mask in his bag at all times. So, all right, let's see here. Richard Cox says, Halloween Barbie and Ken. Look at that. I figured you'd get a kick out of that.
I actually went and saw Barbie.
Grim, no comment, just $5. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Graham.
Thank you, Grim.
I'm trying to get through here. I'm trying to get down to. Sean Blevins, spooky season, awesome, especially when you're out working in the bush with a werewolf mask.
Sean Blevins is you know he's going to.
That's how Sean gets shot is what happens.
Barton and everybody just got back from the Dogman Hootenanny down in Texas.
Dogman Hootenanny #2 happened.
Now we have used that for Josh Turner's thing. If we ever do the Hellbent Holler Hootenanny is going to be what it is.
Yeah, we're going to call it the Hellbent Holler.
Hootenanny.
The alliteration can just not be ignored there.
Yeah, but everybody seems like they had such a great time.
I remember it. There was at the first one that they did in Paris, Tennessee, there was like all this controversy that there was going to be like a battle royale. Like there was gonna be like a schoolyard fight.
Yeah, between some people that will remain unnamed. But and they called it the Hootenanny.
That's why we called it the throwdown at the Dogman Hootenanny.
All right, so our buddy Encrypted Connections, he has been sick this week as an absolute dog. I was messaging with him earlier today, so all right. Hopefully he's gonna get better. Everybody's been like getting sick, having bad luck. You nearly set yourself on fire.
Yes.
I'm just freaking breezing through life. I'm just skating through. Not a care in the world.
That's Joe. Alan Lassiter asks, do y'all dive into demonology? We have touched a bit on demonology, not in depth, not yet. I think that I'm headed in that direction soon because that's sort of my side of things and my sort of interest set. Joe's more of this is how we started out. This is how we just are. Interests are interests. I'm more interested in like the paranormal, magic, demonology, that kind of thing. And Joe's more of the physical cryptid side. And we try to meld them together as much as we can. On the Dark Dive episode, we did the diabolical hypothesis. We dove a little bit into the possibility that these extraterrestrials are actually a demonic force entering our world. So we've also decided, speaking of Dark Dive, I know we talked about this last week, I'm working on some outlines for some Dark Dive episodes. I think we're going to start knocking those out and start doing some more Dark Dives. And we're going to limit it to about an hour long on each episode. And we'll get what we can into one, and then there'll just be continuations of each subject as we go. Because as most of you know that are fans of this, students of all of this, that the learning is ongoing with all of this, and your theories must change and the information must change. So it's going to constantly be an evolving thing. And I think Dark Dive is a good place for us to kind of get our ideas and theories on these different subjects out.
Well, I mean, if you look at
start the conversation,
comparative folklore, comparative religion, there's so many like parallels between demigods, gods, demons, everything like that. I mean, my thing has always just been like, there may be multiple cultures with multiple different names for the same phenomenon.
Mm-hmm.
And given the fact that a lot of these are not don't have mankind's best interests at heart, it would stand to reason that a lot of them became, kind of ensconced in folklore or religion even as demonic at that point. So it's not to say that these entities that were described, and not today, Saban talked about the lesser key of Solomon and things like that, that they may have actually been real entities that had the ability to affect the world in a negative manner. And this is how our ancestors described them at this point.
Not today, Saban says, get the lesser key of Solomon for starters.
Yep. Crazy of today are the prophets of truth tomorrow. Yes, indeed, Marcus.
Ghetto Yeti says, trickster aspect is even like hitchhiker effect, and the gremlins and equipment malfunction with cryptids. Skinwalker Ranch. It makes sense that it would take on mythic levels. Bill Evans says, do more demonology. Yeah.
Did Montana, not homeless anymore? Yeah, it is homeless, Ryan. He had mentioned that he was moving from California to Montana, and I'm going, that's got to be Ryan. So.
He could be housed in Montana, Ryan.
Yes, indeed. So.
All
right.
Make sure you hit that like button. I know
we're you to hit.
We're a little undergassed today. I think we're just.
We got this, man. I'm gonna do a hell of a job.
I've been doing a lot of yard work. When my parents are in town, it's them in our yard pointing at stuff, and I do have to do it. So
Marcus got a good idea for a Halloween special, a compilation of past video edited, strung together. Like a greatest hits type thing.
A greatest hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do a greatest hits.
You need to do that even if it's not. You know what you could do one for around Halloween? We're going to have a Halloween special.
Yeah.
And then
which we've decided what our Halloween special is going to be, but we're not going to announce it yet.
Did we decide on the Halloween special?
Yeah.
Okay. Jessi has apparently decided on the Halloween special. Kim Drescher says that there are folks out there, and I would have to agree with him, that all of this is related to consciousness in some way, shape, or form. You're seeing that with the UAP phenomenon right now, that they're getting away from nuts and bolts, mechanical craft, and they're talking about how the phenomenon at its root is tied in with consciousness somehow. Mm-hmm. That reality might be tied. And again, 5 years ago, I would have thought that was just like hippie new age BS, and now I'm going, people a lot smarter than me are kind of leaning in that direction at this point. So
James Berger says clip show. I'm going to do just like a highlight reel, I guess, of some of our best evidence, maybe. And us talking about it.
What was the TV show that used to do clips? Was it Golden Girls? Clip show?
Everything did a clip show.
Everything.
That was like that. There was a crossover episode, clip show, like the after school special.
You should get like
one of the characters
cheesy 70s music, like have like a cheesy 70s opening, and then just dive into like terrifying like field investigations.
We should have one where like one of us gets into drugs and we have to get out of it, and it's okay. You're going to turn your life around.
Remember the what was it? The Different Strokes, where the neighbor tried to. What was the little kid's name?
I didn't watch. I'm 35. I didn't watch Different Strokes.
I keep wanting to say. Hold on. What was that?
Oh God.
What you talking about, Willis Kid? What was that?
Oh,
Gary Coleman. What was his name on the show, though? Hell, I don't know. All right, let's not. That's a dark path anyway. Stingray's here, though. It's right up his alley.
Who is Gary? It's Gary Coleman, right?
Gary Coleman.
Who is his character?
I can't remember. Somebody will tell us. Somebody will chime in.
This is very sad. All right.
Kentucky Boys talking about. Everybody's asking about Black Circle Part 2.
Shoot! I keep forgetting. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but we've got it. We're in a debate on. There's some debate going on behind the scenes about what to include in that. So
yeah,
Jessi wants to throw everything in there.
I think that's why I never released it, because we never settled on that debate. Sometimes we'll get into debates about some of the stuff that we get, and we never finish our argument because we're also married. because we'll have a professional argument and then it'll turn into a Joe not eating dinner. So
exactly. So
yeah.
Alan Lassiter wants to know, do we do any research on black-eyed kids or people? Not personally, because we've never had any experiences with black-eyed kids or people.
And I don't think we've gotten any like
crazy real reports close by here of black-eyed kids or people. I'm familiar with like the lore behind them. And black-eyed kids were pretty interesting because that was something you didn't hear about. And then all of a sudden it was just everywhere. And I always have like, I'm in a couple of minds of that. Is it just a fun, cool idea and people kind of latch on it and these cases aren't really happening, or at least happening to the degree that people are claiming they are? Or are they happening, but they sounded so out there and nobody wanted to be the first one to come forward and go? It's hard enough when you're like reporting like something that people are used to.
I know
like
it started,
UFOs,
yeah.
You know.
I know it started out with mostly talking about children, and now it's going on to like adults now. There's black-eyed adult phenomenon. And I think that it sort of started bleeding into the skinwalker, like TikTok skinwalker phenomenon.
Yeah, well, David Weatherly was the first one to really kind of bring it out to the public. And then it just seemed like it just snowballed at that point. So BR Gator.
I was about to click on that one.
Great minds.
Great minds.
It's possible different Sasquatch have different abilities. Why do they all have to be the same everywhere?
I don't think they're the same everywhere. And there's a possibility that what people are seeing and describing as Sasquatch from different regions, or even the same region, but they're different abilities, different physical descriptions, that these could all be different things altogether. You know, there's a possibility that it's not all Sasquatch, that what these people are seeing, but they're seeing something else. And it's just kind of getting put under the umbrella of Sasquatch or Bigfoot, right?
Yeah. Different things that may have a passing physical familiarity to each other. Lady Wolf, keep your live locations really on the down low. I picked up from certain people, they're going to attempt to copy what you do. Yep. Good luck to them.
What's new?
This ain't easy, man. So
what's new?
This ain't easy. So
what is new?
There's at least one point on every, even if we're not out, but for like maybe a day, a night, and into the next day, where one of us looks at each other and just goes, you know what, let's just start doing like an interview show going forward, man. Let's just do that. This could be so much easier doing it in the studio. So it, but that won't surprise me.
Yeah.
Stephen Taylor, Arnold.
Arnold. Oh, everybody.
Arnold is Arnold. I don't know.
Arnold. Maybe just put an extra. Arnold. God. Okay, we got it. Willis was the brother. Gary Coleman was singing Carrie to Barky. Okay. Let's see.
Lisa Johnston, can you guys do a bag dump and show off the equipment you take on your expeditions? We did an equipment loadout video
long ago,
like years ago, and everything's like changed since then. I mean, we've still got that equipment, but I mean, the stuff we take out on a regular basis has changed. The way we're using it.
Everything kind of evolves constantly anyway, but we have definitely changed since that equipment loadout video.
Yeah. You know what? With nothing else, we ought to set up some like collapsible tables in the backyard one day and just do it in the backyard. Just go down the tables and just do everything with it. So,
well, that'll just be a shopping list for all of these people who want to do Hellbent Holler ripoffs. Yeah,
that's true. That's the other thing too, is that we'll get people like, and I guess I'm going to gripe for a second. We'll get people contacting us going, hey, you know, I've got a YouTube channel, you know, I really like what you guys do. I see you guys are using this. Could you tell me a little bit about it? And then it's usually me, because I'm the equipment guy. Jessi does all the video editing and does a lot of the research, but I'll just be like, yeah, you know, this is what we use. This is how we use it. And then I'll be like, I wonder if so-and-so ever started using this. And then I'll go on the channel and it'll be like, this is something that I came up with that I think it's going to work really well.
I came up with it after emailing Joe.
And we're never mentioned. I guess that's petty to even let that bother you, because we want more people to get into this, but come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I mean, we got the lightning detector off of some Skinwalker Ranch videos we saw on YouTube. And I was instantly just like, we stole this idea from Skinwalker Ranch. So whoever started that idea at Skinwalker Ranch, we plagiarized it from them, but at least we acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing other people using it too. So I don't know if maybe different people started at a different time or it all came from Skinwalker Ranch, but we were late to the game with it. So
Gunpowder Owl said, I missed the anniversary show last week. Anything special happened? Did the NMIB show up to help celebrate? We've only had a visit from the FBI, never the Men in Black. So just the boring old FBI.
We ordered some spicy t-shirts online, and the guy that was making them was up to no good. So
Alan Howell asks, have y'all heard of Dogman activity around Huntsville, Alabama?
I don't think so.
I have not.
I
Now,
don't
you
think
know,
so.
Huntsville, Alabama was the site of what is down there? I know that all the Germans from Operation Paperclip were settled in Huntsville, Alabama. And so that's where the space program was based out of.
Are you asking me if there's like a lab or something down there?
What is it called? My brain doesn't work today. But yeah, they did settle all of the Nazi scientists from Operation Paperclip in Huntsville, Alabama.
I think it's like just the Space and,
It's the
Space and Rocket Center. Yeah,
there
it's
you
the
go.
Space and Rocket
There you
Center.
go.
Yep.
Yes. So there you go. And they had I think they had a UFO type conference down there, and that's where Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp met David Grush for the first time. Was at that conference. Well, trivia for you there, kids.
Jones said, farm coming in with it. Only one Hellbent holler. Imitation is the Sears form of flattery, but no one will compare. Be interested to see who is planning on. So is that like an actual conversation going, all right, we're going to find out what Hellbent holler is doing, and then we're just going to duplicate it? Yeah.
Paul M says, the only problem with different species is the amount it takes to sustain a species. Can't add too many things, predators to the forest without it becoming too overcrowded. Only so much can stay hidden.
Unless they're not in the forest all the time.
Yeah.
Unless there's another, because I don't think that
But
any of these
this
things
is contributing to the argument that this is not a natural animal.
Or it's a natural animal from somewhere else. Maybe it's natural wherever it came from.
I guess anything would be considered a natural animal somewhere.
So, yeah.
It's just the perspective.
Hawk says, I want so bad for Joe to light up the forest, and there's a big old sass there when he does that. A couple of times now, if you ever watch the videos, sometimes I will randomly be going, and I know it kills you night vision for a few seconds, but I'll just light up part of the area with a flashlight just to see if we catch anything.
You know when that's about to happen because Joe goes, white light.
White light.
3, 2, 1.
Sometimes I don't do that, but sometimes I'll do that if we're both together. Sometimes if I'm doing it behind us, especially where she's not going to see it.
You're going to be self-conscious about the white light in 3, 2, 1.
No, I'm not really self-conscious about much of anything. It's kind of my jam.
It's who I am.
But we've caught some eye shine before. I mean, on doing that, we caught that thing in North Georgia, near where we caught those vocalizations near that tree.
You threw out the white light,
and we didn't even realize that because it was towards the edge of the beam.
And we heard that noise there, so that thing was like near us.
Yeah. And then we did that in South Carolina. So
we've got some more South Carolina stuff coming up, Dark Corner stuff, because
it's insane.
That area is so weird that
I'm kind of like, I'm baffled at how weird it is. And I'm baffled at now, we live here, and if you had asked us how active is South Carolina, we'd go, it's pretty active. People just don't like to talk about it. More and more people are talking about it now, and it's a hell of a lot more active than what we thought it was. And what makes sense because North Georgia is active and Western North Carolina is active. Yeah. And it's not like it jumps the state.
Yeah, it doesn't recognize state lines.
Yeah, so
and there's not a lot of people living in that area at all. It's pretty rugged wilderness when you get up there. There's a few areas up there that when you hike around them, they are a freaking heartbreaker. I know that South Carolina is not really known for its mountains. North Carolina, Western North Carolina, Tennessee, North Georgia, it's known for being a mountainous area. And South Carolina, you think about South Carolina, most people automatically think of Charleston. But in the upstate of South Carolina, in that very little corner in that tip, that is very rugged, mountainous terrain. And we're finding a lot of weird stuff up there.
Ghetto Yeti, if you've not already emailed me, email me about that. I know you've got a bunch of information about, more than we do about the other instances of it being found. So, all right.
I'm going to open a package.
You open the package.
I'm going to do a mail call thing here because I got a heavy package and I want to open it. And
our buddy Cryptidville's in the chat.
We will see what it is. Because I thought, okay, here we go. There we go.
Our buddy, what does he go by on here?
I don't know.
I can't remember I don't want to say his name. I don't know what he goes by on here. So
our friend Lynn,
there we go, has sent this to her.
Okay, protect from heat. This ought to be good. Oh no.
What is it? I know what it is. What am I saying?
Did he tell you what he was sending?
Yes, indeed. So.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh
it's
no.
larger than I thought it would be.
Oh my God. Oh, it is. Hang on. Let me toss the box.
Oh, good God. Just the desiccant package is like huge.
Okay.
So.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? It is the world's largest sour gummy bear. Oh my God.
It's a 5-pound gummy.
Made in the USA. See, we still got it. Oh my God. It's a 5-pound gummy bear.
I knew we had to put a couple of mods in. We don't have a bunch, but just.
This is awesome. This is awesome. How many calories is this?
All of them.
Ooh. All right, let's see what this bad boy looks like. This is like a baby.
It is. It's like a baby. You're gonna...
Like I could dress this and carry it around. Oh, it smells delicious. It's resealable. I'm glad that they don't expect me.
Not going to eat it all in one setting.
Oh my God, it's multiple flavors. Oh, it smells so... Oh, I think I have diabetes just smelling this thing. Are you ready?
Yeah. Good God almighty. Jesus
Christ. My God. Look at it.
You could put that in baby clothes and then put it in like a stroller and just wheel it around. And then when you get hungry, like peel an ear off.
All right, hold the bag open.
Good God
well,
almighty.
Actually, wait. Oh, God.
You're just in seventh heaven, aren't you?
Oh, it's really good.
Seal that up.
Okay.
So,
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God. All right, well, thank you for the diabetes. I do appreciate it. Oh, my God.
Richard Cox says that's what I call Bigfoot bait. The gummy or Jessi after she eats the gummy. Yeah. She ain't running.
Yeah, so. I'm not going anywhere. That's awesome. That was really cool. That was really cool.
And we also got, Jessi can't touch this.
I'm not allowed to touch this one.
And I don't know if we're supposed to mention who gave this to us. So we are not.
You can mention our first name.
I don't think that they've mentioned their name on.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, one of our Hellbenders from Australia sent a really cool package. Joe is opening that now.
Jessi is not supposed to touch it.
Salem Beckery says, any live content on Halloween night?
Not on Halloween night.
Not on Halloween night, but we will have a Halloween investigation. We're trying to not do live investigations anymore until we figure out a way we can do them safely, because we have people who have been doxing us on our live investigations. We've had other YouTubers doxing us, calling the police on us, and trying to get us arrested, our shit shut down, our stuff ruined. So we've had other people who have YouTube channels calling the police on us when we do live investigations, or they dox us or something like that, which puts us in danger. So we are not doing any live investigations for the foreseeable future because of that. But we are doing a Halloween special investigation that's going to be a bit longer, and I'm got some ideas for it. It's going to be a bit dangerous, and I think you guys are really going to like what I've come up with. It's going to be neat because I think it's high time we did it anyway. So
you keep going because this is going to take me a second to.
Are you digging into it?
Because I don't know how. I was trying to cut into it carefully, so.
I'll ask you this question. I know you're opening this. Did you guys ever find that book where the author makes a connection between the Brown Mountain Lights and the Dyatlov Pass? He was actually at the McDowell County Library last fall, but we had a vet appointment.
I have never heard of that book.
If you know the author or the book, let us know in the chat and I'll take a look-see, but I'll make a note here.
People are talking about the doxing. You know, it's weird. We were talking about this the other day, but we have friends who have like just podcasts, like straight up podcasts. All the podcasters get along like famously. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're doing like events together and like crossover episodes and everything like that. And I'm just going, what is it about YouTube that makes everybody just get really kind of like just petty and like just hateful and just like backstabbing?
It's weird.
And stuff like
It's
that.
weird. Mike Tolbert asks about my gummy. He goes, what are you going to name it? I don't name what I'm going to eat. So, yeah. He will have no name. That's a pretty good gummy.
Okay, so these came from Australia. And these are, they're clapsticks.
Okay.
They're clapsticks. And it says, Dearest Jessi and Joe, firstly, congratulations on a brilliant and entertaining YouTube channel. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Secondly, I chose a tribe that allows females to use musical instruments. So Miss Jessica's free to use the clapsticks without incurring any negative energy.
Oh.
Because we had told us that Jessi couldn't touch them at all.
Yeah.
Lastly, I left the card blank so you can re-gift the card or keep as is. We're not re-gifting anything, man. All right, lots of love and respect and kindness. And I'm not going to say your name, but if you're in there, you may.
Thank you so much. This is so cool.
This
All right.
is awesome.
So I can touch these.
Clapsticks are used by Aboriginal tribes, and I don't think they're used by all of them, but they're used in ceremonies to basically keep time with like chanting and like dancing, musical, any sort of like, they're almost like what Native Americans use like drums for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and there's a couple different types. There's like boomerang clapsticks, there's regular clapsticks, and that's pretty much exhausted the knowledge of my clapsticks. But
Denim Devil Actual says that the gummy bear is 6,000 calories.
he is Denim Devil on here. Denim Devil is the one who sent it to us. So
yeah.
Thank you for that, buddy.
Oh, and if you get a chance, go and get the other thing that we got, that we opened up.
Yes. So, oh, Lord, these are awesome. Well, here, you can touch them. So go ahead.
I can touch them.
Finish opening them.
Yeah, sweet. Oh, wow. Holy crap. This is like Christmas Day. This is weird Christmas Day. We're going to do like a helmet holiday special too. Oh, wow. These are really cool. Okay. So here they are. They have beautiful carvings of what appear to be feathers on them. Look at those. Can we see those? That is really cool. Oh, these are beautiful. Wow. Those are so nice. Thank you so much for sending those. Those are really cool. We're actually going to take these into the woods on our next expedition, and we're going to try these bad boys out. I'm going to put these in my backpack, and I'll take these out, and I'm going to try these out. Try a little Aboriginal magic out there, you know? I think that's really, really cool. Look how beautiful these are.
I know they're awesome. So
those are great. I love them.
Did you clack them?
I did.
How'd they clack?
Pretty good.
Pretty damn good.
You want to give them a clack?
You give them a clack here.
Give them a clack. Yeah.
That is dope.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome. Thank you so much for that. Sugi sent us a shofar. It's an actual Israeli shofar. It's a ram's horn.
Yeah.
What is the origin?
You blow into these. It's a horn.
Yeah.
I can't blow. I don't know how to blow into it yet. So not obviously like that. Can't blow into a shofar.
Got a little bit.
Got a little bit.
We're going to have to watch some YouTube videos.
Put on the list, learn how to blow shofar. So
learn to blow shofar. Gotcha.
Anyway, thank you for this. Now, this carries connotations of it. People have used these in the past and had negative results in the field.
Oh.
So if we want to stir up some negative results, see what happens.
You know what?
Well,
we're taking them both out on the next expedition, and we are going to see what happens.
I'm in charge of the clacking sticks. You can blow the shofar.
Oh, you want me to be the shofar guy?
You're the
All
shofar
right.
guy. I got a shofar guy. So
blow your shofar. No problem. No problem.
So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is really awesome.
Thank you all.
That is awesome. You know what? This is great because these are great things that are sent to our P.O. box that are not piss. So
Not piss.
not
Yes,
piss, not piss.
So,
Like we've had piss sent to us before, animal piss, and it's pretty pungent. So appreciate the not piss gifts. We love them. They're awesome. But thank you so much, you guys. That's really, really cool. I'm not taking the gummy bear in the field because I'm gonna get the gummy sweats and I'm not gonna be able to hike up the mountain.
Gummy sweats. So the best guys stop by to say amazing videos, best ones ever. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's cool, man. All that stuff is really awesome.
Oh yeah.
So we were very humbled that people would think enough of us to do anything for us, let alone something awesome like that. So Manu said the same thing. Cool folks send you interesting stuff. Perks of the hard work.
Yeah, that's pretty
Job's
cool.
got some perks.
Job's got some perks.
Got some perks.
That'll go into our little mini museum here that we have.
Wizard Moon's like, that's 3 days worth of calories. Getting rid of all the preps. Okay.
We're just living off gummy.
All the freeze-dried food. We're just stacking in like 5-pound gummies.
Yeah.
So.
Oh gosh. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat that before it goes bad. It is in a resealable container though. You know what? I could cut him up into sections and then vacuum seal.
Like zip. Why am I zip tie?
I'm gonna Dexter.
Where am I going to with this? Jesus.
I'm gonna Dexter the gummy bear is what I'm gonna do. Oh,
Stingray says you can cheat and put a trumpet mouthpiece on the end of the shofar. Will that give the same sound as like a mouthpieceless shofar?
I think we ought to try that.
Give me some shofar knowledge.
Stingray, I think you're Jewish, aren't you? Do you have this secret shofar knowledge?
Mike Dolbert's getting the kind. People become afraid when something challenges their narrow ideology or is successful outside the box. You're on that level, and it's probably now starting to cause some jealousy. I don't know how successful we are, and we don't really challenge anybody's ideology. We're all about like, if you think like one way, knock yourself out. That's great. You know,
Yeah.
If somebody else thinks completely different than we do.
I think that you and I have gone back and forth on what we think a lot of this phenomenon is. And I think that we've done a pretty good job of playing devil's advocate on different sides of these theories. Because honestly, at the end of the day, you don't know. We don't know.
Everybody has theories, but nobody can prove anything.
Yeah.
So, and we always like encourage like a holistic approach. There need to be complete woo-woo people out there with crystals and doing all that jazz.
Yeah, throw it all.
If you want to be like just a flesh and blood dude out putting traps and stuff like that, knock yourself out. So, Lisa Johnson, where do you guys get your scent markers to attract Sasquatch? We don't get them anymore because the company that made them, the lab that made them, stopped making them.
Mm-hmm.
There probably wasn't a huge market for gorilla and human pheromone blend chips.
Yeah.
They were probably a little difficult to manufacture. And so, yeah, I got them. And then it's like, I went to go ahead and order some more of them, just to have them back. And the company's just done.
And Joe tried to contact the company several times and just got nothing. So I think they're tired of the crazy Bigfoot people trying to get in touch with them. I wonder if there's a recipe online for some homebrew.
If I could have gotten the gorilla urine, we could have done something with it.
We got to get us a monkey.
Damn, we do have to get a monkey now. Jesus.
I know that we've been avoiding this for a long time, but I think facts are facts. We're just gonna have to get us a monkey.
We have to get a monkey. We've reached the monkey stage now.
Relax, Bad Knees Adventures says, okay, I'll send a pair of wooden shoes. I'm a size 9 in women's for those Dutch beauties.
Fat Mess, you guys should really go out to video film on September 23, 2023.
That is that date that's in The Simpsons and a couple other things that something is going on.
Somebody else talked about
that date. Yeah.
September 23. There is, what is happening on September? All right, it's the September equinox. It's the equinox too.
Yeah.
So,
you know what? What day of the week is it?
I don't know.
We can do that. We can give it a try.
You know what? Hold on. Let's see what day it is, though.
You know, it'd be cool. I got a place we could go for that. That would be pretty neat.
It's a Saturday.
We could go. We could do something.
Okay. Can we live stream from there? Is it recognizable or does it have signal?
I've made a note. There's a note. There's a note made.
Got it in the note.
You know what? Fab Mess. I was about to say Kentucky boy. Fab Mess. We will do that. We will do something on September 23rd, 2023, and we'll look into more significance of that date because I know there's a lot of weirdness around that date. So we will do it. There you go. You will have your wish. Your wish.
You will have your wish.
You will have your wish. North Central Ohio Paranormal says acquire an Aztec death whistle and use it on one of your Hellbent Holler investigations.
People are already doing that's Elijah Henderson got one of those, so that's kind of his jam. He's used that in the LBL and a few other places at this point. And a real good one can actually generate like low levels of ultrasound, not infrasound, but ultrasound up on the.
So what's the difference between ultrasound and infrasound?
Infrasound is below human hearing. 20 hertz or below. Ultrasound is above the human range of hearing.
Okay.
So, and Brian Whitfield wants to know if we've heard of bull roars. Yeah, I have heard of bull roars, but I don't have those. Aren't bull roars tied into like the evocation of Dreamtime? Dreamtime is like the kind of like a trance state that some of the Aboriginals would go into. Dreamtime was supposed to be like this weird kind of like overmind, collective unconscious, fairy kind of blend thing.
Okay.
And I think bull roars were a way were tied into Dreamtime somehow. And then he wants to do a knife check. So
knife check. Joe threatened to take knife check away.
We were going to stop knife check, and then she vetoed me.
I got upset because I was like, he was like, we need to stop doing the knife check. And I was
I've
like,
got a
why?
Cold Steel Raja 2. I carry this when I can't carry a fixed blade. Although now I've got that giant Bowie that has the shoulder strap. So that's pretty much on me all the time now because it doesn't interfere with my pack. But I will sometimes carry this because you can literally use this like a machete. It's awesome. The lock ain't going anywhere. It's got a lot of heft to it. It's got a recurve. Let me move this over here. Got a lot of heft to it, a recurve, but it is awesome. And you can actually, as big as this is, you can pocket carry it. So
those big Cold Steel folders. I'm just really sad about what's happened to Cold Steel.
But yeah,
it sucks.
It is what it is. So.
But yeah, those old like Lynn Thompson Cold Steel folders. I have a Mora knife. I almost forgot I had this. So this is a Safe Queen. I have a lot of Mora knives that I actually use a lot. Mora knives are one of the best bushcraft knives that you can buy and use. They're light, they're inexpensive. They are just excellent. They have that Scandi grind. They are just one of the best bushcrafting and outdoor knives you could possibly buy. And it's a great starter knife if you're just getting into bushcrafting and going out and camping and stuff. They're perfect. I got this at Blade Show a couple of years ago. This is a Mora knife Garberg, and it is in most of the Mora knives come in like a plastic Kydexy kind of little sheath. This comes in a leather sheath here, and it's a special Mora knife because it's black on black. It's carbon. Isn't that beautiful? It has never been used. It is a little bit of a Safe Queen, but it is a black on black Mora knife Garberg.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Patricia.
Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you, Patricia. Hope you're feeling better. And then the Dooster, Joe Wild Bill from Mount Monster said to tell you hi.
Wild Bill's really awesome.
Wild Bill's pretty awesome. So
we met Wild Bill at CryptidCon
years ago.
A couple years ago.
And I walked away with just like everybody else, we would always just be like, oh, it's so fake. It makes the field look bad. They're not making it for adults, man. They're making it for kids. And kids are like so into it. There's a whole generation of kids that know what all of this stuff is that normally wouldn't. And you know what? Some of them will stick with it into adulthood just because of mountain monsters. And watching him, like everybody else that was like paid to be there, is like getting tired and leaving. He's like in the hotel lobby posing for photos, signing stuff. He's not charging anybody any money, man. He's just, you can tell he felt an obligation because of all these people that were there to want to see him. Got nothing but nice things to say about Wild Bill. So I know people hate that show and everything like that, and that's your prerogative, but realize that it serves a purpose it gets a whole new generation of stuff into this. And wouldn't it be cool if like one day there was a kid who solved the whole damn thing? He's a kid now. When he's adult years from now, and he got into it because of Wild Bill and Mountain Monsters.
Wild Bill's a really cool dude.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
We
He's
hung
really
out at
great
the hotel bar until
all night,
closing time.
Yep. So he doesn't drink though.
No, we definitely did.
We drink for him. So
we
you're talking about how you would be running through the woods after eating that much sugar. I'd never catch you. You know what I'm saying? So you'd gnaw through the leash. Sharon Guy says your message just got deleted. Is there any messages on hold?
I don't know. We do have 2 moderators.
Yeah, but it shows up that something's moderated.
Oh, okay.
So repost that, Sharon. Let me know when you repost it. Somebody else was saying a couple of weeks, somebody got bent out of shape a few weeks ago. That was like, I guess, a couple months ago, that their comments were being deleted. And
we don't delete comments.
Not to raise Saban's out. We do if you're like just a total jerk ball. But if you disagree with us, I don't delete anything. All right, buddy. Get back to work. Debbie, $9.99. Thank you. Thank you for that. So
Marcus Aurelius said 10 millimeter check. No.
10 millimeter check. No.
We like keeping our channel. For now, we're going to keep our channel. Thanks, though.
No one goes, what about a tactical tomahawk check? We'll bring our tomahawks next week.
Yeah, we'll do tomahawks next week.
We'll do tomahawks.
I got a tactical cleaver from Jessi. If you guys want to see that bad boy, I love that thing. Do you guys ever plan to go to Point Pleasant, West Virginia? We're gonna go eventually. We have to go. I'm gonna go check it out because I'm really into the keel stuff. And my gut response would be like, it's a tourist attraction. Ain't nothing going to happen. We're going to go not during Mothman. Yeah, not during Mothman Festival. But you know what? I thought of that about the LBL too. Yeah. It was just going to be We had a lot of preconceived notions about the LBL. So we will check out Point Pleasant. And we definitely had to eat some crow on that because of everything that's happened to us in the LBL as a result of us going there so many times. So maybe we will go to Point Pleasant and be pleasantly pointed in the right direction. Marcus Aurelius says YouTube bots delete comments. That might be what's going on. There's a problem with the chat server, according to Sam Burton. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Danny Mitchell suggests Jessi, you and Joe, you and Jessi need to get the cold steel. I'm sorry. I wasn't reading anything. It's fine. We'll put it back up. It's right in front of you. So, Joe, you and Jessi need to get the cold steel polymer walkabout walking stick. I have one, and it will give a thump. My mother found all the sticks that you have to cut me for in the woods. Because you keep forgetting. Because I keep forgetting my stick. Every time you see me with a stick in the woods, it's a different stick every time because I keep forgetting to bring my sticks out with me. Stingray said he is not deleting anything. He's behaving. Yeah, I wonder if it's we'll see. I haven't seen Sharon comment again since then either, so I don't know if I don't have anything. It might be that weird setting that was. No, it wouldn't be. Dooster said Mothman Festival is this coming weekend. We are not going to that. We are not going to the Mothman Festival. Nope. So this was earlier, but Grim said, I don't think you get a monkey sidekick until syndication in season 5, along with a wisecracking kid, and the monkey may or may not talk. So yes, we need it. Watch, they'll eventually they'll do a Hellbent Holler show, but it won't be us playing us. It'll be, I don't know who would play me. Patrick Swayze passed away, but Patrick's gone, so I guess it's find somebody anyway. Brad Pitt, but they too old. Oh no, Brad Pitt's too old. Yeah, he's too old. So anyway, but Jason Momoa, and they'll have a skinny Jason Momoa since he's lost all his muscle. But it'll be Hellbent Holler, but they'll have like a van and like a monkey, and they'll just travel around. It'll be kind of like they'll put like a fake beard on him. Yeah, white. It'll be kind of like Supernatural, and then like that old show, The Master, with Lee Van Cleef. Okay. Yeah. Maybe they could clone Lee Van Cleef to play me. You know. I love Lee Van Cleef. We're gonna do our anniversary giveaway. How about that? Do that. So let's do it. Okay, guys. So last week we had our 1-year anniversary of Hellbent Holler live. We've been doing this show for a year. It's been a blast. We've met a lot of amazing people through doing this. The show gave birth to the Hellbenders, and it's just been a wild ride. It's been a lot of fun. I can't believe we've been doing this for a year. We've been doing the channel for longer than that, but the live show and all of the weirdness that goes along with that has been a year. So we decided last week that we would do a giveaway. The rules of the giveaway were after the show, you comment on last week's video that you want the hat, you want to enter the giveaway, something to that effect. We went through all the comments and we put them in a list, and everybody got a number. And I have the list here. Joe is going to do a random number generation, and we are going to give away some
So we had a couple Hellbent Holler hats, and then we have got a couple Hellbent Holler shirts, limited sizing. So we'll work with you to do whatever we can.
We will work with you.
So the way we're going to do this is we are going to do a random number generator. We have all the names on a list. We will random number generate it.
Yeah.
Then we will go to the comment where you comment originally, and we will go, you won, email us at hellbentholler@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
And then to make sure that it's the right person emailing us, we're going to give you a number, and then you're going to comment that beneath under your username. So that
there will be written instructions in the email.
No chicanery on my watch. There will be no chicanery.
There will be written instructions on the email. It's not as complicated as it sounds. So we're just trying to make sure you are who you are, because everything is under your YouTube username. So we want to make sure that you guys are up there. So Joseph, there you go.
Okay, so
are we ready?
Yep. Hold on,
everybody.
I'm going to generate.
So what is the first item?
First item's a hat.
First item is a hat.
Is a hat.
All right. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Go.
65.
65 is Jonestead Farm.
Jonestead Farm.
Awesome. Jonestead Farm. Congratulations on your new.
I think she's still on here. So
on your new.
So Jonestead Farm. Write that down too, so we don't forget.
Yeah.
And then we get out of here and then go.
Hat.
Hat.
All right, let's do a t-shirt next.
T-shirt next. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Go.
89.
89. Mm-hmm. 89. Ryan Holloway.
Ryan Holloway. Shirt coming your way, homie.
Ryan Holloway.
I think Ryan Holloway's in here. Shirt.
All right. I am making note of this.
Hey, Ryan Holloway just commented.
Did he?
Yeah, Ryan Holloway, you got a shirt coming your way, homie. Get in touch with us.
Congratulations, Ryan, on your new shirt. You will not be cold anymore. You'll be warmed by the hell and the bent and the hollers. All right.
It's awesome that both
you
people...
You want to do a hat again?
Both people, yeah. It's awesome that both people were on here when we did it. So
okay.
Tell me when.
I'm writing down. All right. Go.
16?
16 is Persephone 68.
Okay. We'll have to comment. I have not seen her on here. So
let me do this real quick.
And if we, for some reason, can't get in touch with her, we'll do another.
16 Persephone. It's spelled strangely.
Okay. Todd Hall, thank you for that.
All right. We got another shirt.
Todd Hall threw $15 at us. Thank you.
Todd Hall, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Todd.
That's pretty cool. All right. So the next
he's paying for y'all's postage. Congratulations, y'all. So
the next one's going to be a shirt.
You've done hat, shirt, hat.
Yeah.
Shirt.
What you got?
Okay. 75.
75. Staying alive. Alan Lassiter. Where have you been, Alan Lassiter?
Alan Lassiter. I don't know if you're still on here or not.
Alan Lassiter from the upstate of South Carolina.
Upstate of South Carolina. That's your handle over that one.
All right.
Tie it to a carrier pigeon.
You want to do some bonus?
Do another shirt. I've got another shirt.
You want another shirt?
Do another shirt. Do another shirt.
Let's do it. Let's get wild. We're getting wild, guys.
All right. Another shirt and 39.
39. Let's take a double check. Scrolling. Bill Evans, 8535.
Okay.
That's Bill.
It's Bill.
That's another shirt.
That's another shirt.
That's another shirt. All right. You want to do some stickers?
Let's do some stickers.
Let's do some stickers.
Let's do some stickers. Guys, these will be stickers. It's not much, but hey, it's something, man. Beats a beats a kick in the head. So
And we won't kick you in the head.
We
All
won't
right,
kick you.
stickers.
Can't mail a kick in the head.
Throw us
so.
a number.
All right, we'll do a couple rounds of stickers here. It's going to be 17.
17. Let me scroll. Mandy Carducci, 1143.
I don't know if Mandy's on here tonight, but
Mandy Carducci. Okay.
Okay.
Stickers.
Stickers.
Throw us a number.
92.
92. Rick Thomas.
Rick Thomas, 5463. Put that down so I can find because I don't know if Rick is on here.
Rick Thomas, congratulations on your stickers.
All right, we'll do one more round of stickers and that's it.
Let's do another round of stickers.
Another round of stickers and then 40.
40. 40. The
Sober Carper.
The Sober Carper.
I remember that username when I was putting it down. The Sober Carper. So
The Sober Carper. Got some stickers.
all right.
All right, cool. All right, that is our giveaway. We are going to respond to your comment in the comments on last week's show. And
Keep an eye on your notifications.
Yep. Make sure that if you are one of these people, we're going to respond to you there. But if you're watching the show, make sure you email us at the email below, hellbentholler@gmail.com. In the subject line, put giveaway winner, and then we'll give
Gibbs
you
me, Gibbs,
giveaway winner,
Gibbs,
Gibbs.
Gibbs. So
And then
guys, it ain't much, but people have been asking for them. We had a couple of them.
yeah.
So,
And it looks like we're going to be putting in an order with the Stitch Witch, and we will be getting some hats for the
Maybe some
Tennessee
patches.
Wild Man and Cryptid Con in Tennessee in
Mhm.
Montgomery Bell State Park. That is October 14th and 15th. We will be speaking on Saturday before Ron Moorhead.
yes.
So we will be speaking on that Saturday. And so make sure you guys, if you're able to come out to the Tennessee Wild Man and Cryptid Con, you'll get to see us, and then you can stay in your seat and see Ron Moorhead directly after. It is an insane joy and a pleasure that we're able to actually be, we're like the opening band.
We're like the
We're the
It's
opening
crazy.
band
So,
for like
yeah.
our hero right now. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
awesome. So
And there's also at the end of the day, there's going to be a panel discussion. We get to sit on stage with Ron Moorhead and be a part of the panel Q&A with the speakers of the day. So that is a real honor.
mhm.
And I hope you guys can make it out to that. If you can, please, please, please. do.
What an action-packed show. We had like opening of mail. We gave away some stuff.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So cool.
Alan Lessiter says, I'm here.
He can wear it to the Westminster
I'll
Bigfoot
pick it
show.
up. There you go.
Bigfoot Festival.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Which we will never be invited to, by the way. So
We'll just crash it.
just crash it.
Yeah.
So
Cool. All right. That is awesome. 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 Yeah. Thank you guys for participating in that 1 year giveaway. We were pretty awesome. Learn to blow shofar. I was on my list, by the way.
mhm.
How late you want to run tonight?
We're gonna probably run to about 9 o'clock. A lot of people are having to get off to do
Yeah,
stuff. So
Everybody's sick too.
So yeah, a lot of people are ill right now, man. So we'll run it for about another 15 minutes. So if anybody's
Yeah.
got anything that they want to do up, our buddy Jeremiah from Bigfoot Society.
Hey, Jeremiah.
Hey,
How are you
Jeremiah.
doing,
Kim
buddy?
Drescher's gonna be there.
Yeah, Kim's gonna be there. It's gonna be so much fun. I think the hotel might be booked, the Montgomery Bell State Park Hotel. Take a look and see if it is. If not, there's other lodging nearby. My friend Katie got an Airbnb,
Mhm.
so she and her sister are gonna come. So we're gonna have my Katie's gonna be there. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And so look at Airbnbs, and there's other lodging around, but it's a beautiful state park, and it's gonna be so much fun. I don't know how many more of these Ron Moorhead wants to do, because I know he's just probably exhausted by doing this. So make sure you come out and check us out and check out Ron Moorhead. It's gonna be so good.
Thank you, Grace.
Grace, oh my God.
Sorry I'm late. I trust Joe has been doing a good job. Joe's been doing a
Yeah.
pretty
Phenomenal.
good job. Not too shabby tonight, if I
Honestly,
say myself.
probably one of his best.
Probably. And
But isn't everyone your
I
best?
hate to, well, the bar keeps getting set higher and higher. I hate to toot my own horn, they say, but and Stingray agrees, you know what I'm saying? So
Manu says, Jess, oh,
I'm sorry.
never
we're
mind.
Getting trigger happy. You
Yeah, Jess, how do you keep your skin looking so flawless? I'm a vampire, so
go. She does not get a lot of sun when you see us out in the woods during the daytime, it's just like coated. Do you know what I'm saying? Sunblock. Dogman Island in the charts. People have asked about that in the past. Louisiana's a haul from us down that way.
Yeah.
But we may eventually do that. Jessi's on very good terms with Dark Waters. She was on his show. He's always very complimentary.
Dark Waters was one of the first people, and he was probably the first like bigger name when it comes to this kind of like channel and this kind of outlet and media company and everything. He was one of the first ones to really show an interest in what we were doing and what we were trying to accomplish and the way that we approached things. And he interviewed me. I went on his show and he interviewed me, and it was just I keep saying things are an honor. Things are an honor. Yes, I am honored. I was honored for that. He was a really, really nice person.
Honestly, we were talking about how a lot of YouTube people are just terrible. Not the case with him. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, no.
Usually every couple of weeks we'll get a comment or a message just going, "Hey, I watched this video. This was really awesome. Keep up the good work."
Insanely nice person.
So insanely nice.
So that might be in the works. I'd love to go back to Louisiana.
Yeah.
As you guys know, Joe and I both lived in New Orleans for many, many years. I'd love to go back to Louisiana just to go check out these legends. Would be, I think if we did Dogman Island, we'd also have to swing through into a Honey Island swamp.
Honey Island swamp.
And then we'd have to pick up some seasonings and various food items to bring home.
I am not doing that in the summertime. Jeremiah wants to know, what the frig is Dogman Island? Dogman Island is an island. We have the coordinates for it. Where a lot of Dogman activity, so hence the name. But it is infamous for being like a hotspot, and it's some very aggressive encounters, and there's a whole lore behind it. It's one of those places that everybody kind of talks about, but nobody really goes to and investigates.
Yeah.
We might do that eventually.
Which we're really good at doing.
Which we're good at doing. That's right.
Kim Drescher says, "I found you guys on Dark Waters." That's awesome, Kim. I did not know that. I did not know that. Wizard Moon was listening to.
Letitia says, Barton says a hagstone for a hat. So,
Barton, I mentioned, so Barton is like the rock hound extraordinaire.
The rock master.
He is the bloodhound. The rock bloodhound is what he is. And I mentioned that I want hagstones. Now, a hagstone is a rock that it had been dripped on over millennia, and the water actually drilled a hole through the stone itself.
They're hagstones because they stones that have naturally bored holes from moving water are considered, especially in European mythology.
Yeah.
You can look through the hole and it will defeat fairy glamour. So if there is a fairy that is glamored, you're able to look through it. It's able to defeat the evil eye. There's a hole, you can wear it around your neck for protection. I've got one in there. You've seen
Barton gave me one that he found that is perfect. That would be a perfect viewer for defeating fairy glamour, because it's got like a handle to it, and then the hole's at the top. So that's my fairy glamour monocle.
Robert Randolph, why do you think no one has captured a feral person if they're just wild people with no spiritual powers like Dogman or Bigfoot? I don't think anybody's out there trying to capture.
I don't think anybody wants to capture a feral person. That's like saying, why has nobody captured a meth head? You know.
So we were talking about this earlier this week.
Yes.
Jessi was driving through. We don't live in the woods anymore. We live in a little old mill town.
Yeah.
And she was driving through a part of town, and there was a homeless guy walking. He's got like these ripped up pants, and he is wearing a deer skull complete with antlers on his head, like as a mask. Just walking down the road, Jessi's going, "My God, they're going."
Yeah, he's shirtless and
going
crazy.
feral. They're going feral.
I called Joe immediately, and I was like, "They're going feral."
Because there is and we're not talking about people like no longer homeless Ryan, who is in here, that people that find themselves on bad luck, but I'm talking about people who either are suffering with substance abuse problems or they already have pre-existing, psychiatric conditions. And there's not a lot of help for these people nowadays. There's enough to keep them going, but there's not really, you can get free food like pretty much anywhere, but there's really not anything to like kind of help them turn around and like save it. We were talking about how we think that that's what a lot of these feral people are, is that it's not necessarily people that have been out there for generations, but maybe it's people that have gone into the woods
willingly gone into the woods,
and luck has been with them and they've been able to survive.
And they devolved.
And they've kind of just not like looking like a caveman,
yeah.
but they have devolved as far as like social niceties go. We think that that is a really good possibility for some of these areas for the feral people thing. Now we think there's a possibility that there are places where families have just isolated and then inbred over the years.
For sure.
And they've just been cut off willingly. And then, that's happened, but I mean, that sort of feral person, but we think that there's like a new generation of feral people. So
like Sasquatch or Dogman, there's different categories of feral people. Yeah. My parents live in Florida. They were telling us about Meth Island. So apparently in Daytona, that's what started this whole like line of theory here, because we were all discussing this. There was this island. And the what is the river down there? I don't know. I've never been to Daytona. My parents have lived down there for a long time, and I don't even know. Where is Meth Island?
Meth Island is in Port Orange, Florida.
Okay, so this island that's in the river, I guess it's in the river, right?
Oh, hell if I know.
My parents cross over that bridge all the time, but there's like an island that's out there that's huge, and all of these homeless people have built these like multi-story tree houses on it.
They're living in the trees, man.
They're living in the trees. So that started this whole conversation about feral people and the possibility that maybe these people choose to go out into the woods. And you know how we found those tents in the LBL? People are put in circumstances where they end up having to go out. But maybe some people kind of start to devolve when they're out there, and they start to, I know anybody that lives in a city, you see like the crazy meth heads out there, and they're not behaving like normal people. They're kind of devolving in a way. So that's kind of a theory we're working on, I guess. Cryptic Castleberry said, I could see y'all landing on Dogman Island in the Hellbent Hollercopter, like in the opening scene of Predator.
So,
am I the Jesse Ventura character, or am I?
You probably are the Jesse Ventura.
Or am I the Arnold? Or
no, you're Jesse Ventura. Gunpowder Owl wanted to put this. He found us from We Like Shooting of all places. So
I forgot I did that.
Yeah.
A lot of the people that watched that, they were like, "Why is this on here?" Yeah, that guy got in touch with me, wanted to do that. I really enjoyed doing that, but yeah.
They're talking about how capturing feral people would technically be kidnapping.
Yes.
So yes, that is true. So. People are fascinated with meth island. I'm not investigating.
Halifax, Linda Bogger, the Halifax River. Yes, thank you.
I am not investigating Meth Island. So Sam Burton has ran into feral people in the Georgia mountains. He's had experiences around Corpsewood Manor.
Yeah.
So
we need to put together our North Georgia Corpsewood Manor revisit to Corpsewood Manor team.
Get
Stingray, Sam Burton.
Stingray ain't coming all the way out here for that. So Sam and Ace will be joining us probably there.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. I'll feel a lot better with them joining us.
Yep. Marcus Aurelia says that's the new cryptid, feral antler-wearing dimensional crossing homeless people. So yeah. And hey, man, we're not busting on like homeless people. Everybody's been there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's been in a rough point in their lives. But
I was homeless briefly.
Yeah, I mean, it's everybody's hit that rough spot. But there, it seems like, and I don't know whether it's like because drugs are such a factor or it's the type of drugs or what. But as soon as you told me that, I just went, good Lord, if there's, because again, even though we're in a town, we're still surrounded by woods. And I'm just going, that dude's going to end up out in the woods living, and that's going to spark a whole new cryptid. We're going to start getting like Wendigo reports and everything like that. So
I saw a Wendigo by the train tracks.
Kevin Clow wants to know, are there more Bigfoot and Dogman sightings before big storms like a hurricane?
I don't know if there's any data on that.
I don't know if there's any. I've never heard that before. I can't think of any. I can't think of anything. If that's something that you're aware of, let us know.
That North Central Ohio Paranormal says that family was found deceased recently, going into the woods campsite, rejecting society via the news story. Yeah, so I saw that headline. That was pretty interesting. That they were not quite prepared to go and actually live off grid, and they all died out there. I don't know if they died of exposure or starvation or what it was, but I saw that headline.
Yeah,
it was like 4 people. Some were found in the tent, in the camp, and some were found outside of the camp.
Tennessee Outlaw, how do y'all even find these places for Bigfoot research? That is, right now, here's the cool thing about the channel getting bigger and our reach getting bigger. It feeds our insatiable egos. That's one thing.
Our insatiable
egos.
Yeah.
That's one thing. But B, the thing is that it widens our network of people that contact us. Right now, everywhere that we're going to in South Carolina is because of people contacting us directly and going, hey, I've got activity here. And they're within an easy drive to go check out. Or like, hey, I had this experience in this particular national forest or this state park or anything like that. Matter of fact, we're backlogged on stuff like that right now. The problem is that one area of the dark corner, we're getting activity more often than not. We've had a few quiet nights out there, but it's kind of hard to tear yourself away from an area where you know that there's pretty good chance of having something happen.
Yeah.
So, but right now, that's where we're getting the majority of them. It's first-person accounts. And again, first-person accounts are great, but if somebody contacts us from Washington State, we're not going to Washington State this weekend.
Yeah, a guy contacted us from, where was it?
Yeah.
Michigan or something?
Yeah.
Wanted us to come out
and we probably will eventually, but again, it's if you're looking for places, I always stress this. If you're wanting to get into research, find somewhere immediately around you, because that way you'll be able to visit there more often and spend more time there. So.
And that's the thing. That's why we're able to get the I know we don't have a smoking gun. We've never gotten a smoking gun of any of these things, but I think that all of our evidence, all these little bits of evidence we've captured along the way, the footage we've captured, the thermal images we've captured, the audio we've captured, we have a variety of evidence we have captured, and it's all kind of cumulatively something, I think.
Yeah.
But the reason we're able to capture all of this stuff is because we're in the woods. We actually go out there and go into the woods. And that's the most important thing, is getting out there and being out there to capture the evidence and having the right equipment to do so. So if you want to do field investigating and field research, start close by. Find an area that seems like it could be a place where you would find something like that, and just start going out there. Get your feet underneath you. Get used to being out there. Practice that out there, and be out there more and more and more, because the more you're out there, the more you're going to experience if there is something going on out there. Right?
Yep. Exactly right.
What are you looking at right now?
I wanted to get this real quick. They asked if we've ever seen the video from Texas about the campsite that was destroyed by Bigfoot. A researcher and his son came across the site. You could see drag marks and huge feet and blood. That was the Bob Garrett thing in the Big Thicket. He was detailing that on Sasquatch Chronicles years ago.
Is that the rabbit hole?
No, that's before the rabbit hole
Okay.
thing. But he came across a wrecked tent that had blood, and then he claimed he claimed that the authorities showed up and just wiped everything out.
Yeah.
And people were trying to discredit him by saying, we contacted the police and there's no police reports there. And I'm going, well, I mean, he did say that they kind of wiped all the evidence away. So you're really not going to see, a police report if there's an active cover-up going on. So yeah, that's one of those stories that kind of faded into obscurity. He ended up getting out of the Bigfoot research world.
I mean, you would be so jaded at that point.
Nah, he was trying to take people out on research stuff, and people were doxing him all the time. And cause there was a lot of there were a lot of people actually after him because they didn't believe his story. So he eventually, I don't think he does research anymore at this point. So, all right. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up in a few minutes.
Yeah,
a little bit early tonight. So if you guys have got anything, please
I've
speak
been
up.
I've been digging holes in my yard.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, every time my parents come up here, they point at things that I need to do.
Yeah. Text, thank you for that info. It's the only answer I've ever gotten from any channel. We try to,
Mm-hmm.
if you make a comment on the live stream and we don't get to it because it's pretty quiet tonight, not compared to how it was last few weeks, but leave a comment and we try to answer all of the comments. It may not be immediate. It may take a day or two, but we try to answer all the comments.
Yeah, we try to we try to be there and be present in what we do. So
1 second. No one you know was on the streets. Hope you're home. Do you got no one you know probably lives in a damn mansion, for God's sakes. So he's probably posting from the parlor right now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Posting from the parlor. He's
probably not even typing those comments. The butler is. Belvedere, please type out this.
We need a typing monkey.
Ghetto Yeti's got, there's major unmarked helicopter and black SUV action in the big thicket. Some real sketchy stuff out there, but really active. Is that still going on to this day? Because you don't really hear about the big thicket that much anymore. So Marcus Aurelius, we've got to give you our tax information so you can write us off. He wants to know what's on the griddle tonight besides burnt hair. I don't know. We might go out to eat. Take you out to eat.
Oh gosh.
Take my woman out to eat. Nothing special tonight, man. Nothing special. We've still got to replace the damn grill. You guys are great about replying on videos and comments. Yeah, we try to, even if it's just a, hey, thank you. It's something that it takes a lot of time and we may not get to it eventually.
Yeah.
We may not be immediate that we answer, but we try to answer everybody that is kind enough to watch and comment our stuff.
We appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy lives in your day to watch our stuff and participate in what we do. And we spend a lot of time creating it. You spend a lot of time watching it. Yeah. So that's an exchange of time there. And we want to show our appreciation to you and know that you watch it and appreciate that you guys do that.
And we don't approach this like other people might very well have all the answers. We don't. You know what I'm saying? We are, again, this is kind of trite to say, but I don't even think we know the right questions to ask yet. Our original ideas about what this stuff is have evolved so much.
Yeah.
And every time we think we get a handle on it, something new comes along and we're like right back to the drawing board. We're honest about that. I think that we are pretty conversant in a lot of the lore behind a lot of these phenomena. I think we're conversant and pretty practiced with the equipment and the investigative techniques. But if somebody goes, what is Sasquatch? Hell, I don't know, you know? So the cool thing about this is that this is kind of like, you hear everybody always talking about, oh, this is a community. This legit is a community that everybody has kind of gotten together. And we've got like real good subject matter experts in this chat right now.
Yeah.
That all have their own narrow, like little area of expertise. Hell, some of them are real wide area expertise. And everybody kind of like chimes in. And we've got, if you've noticed this, we've got people in this chat that completely disagree with each other about stuff. And everybody still has fun and they're respectful and they are like, I think it's this. Nah, man, I think it's this. Everybody enjoys the topic that gets involved with this channel, you know? Even like the BS, like getting doxxed and all that, we still laugh it off. We don't ever want to get involved in like big feuds or anything like that. The topic is supposed to be enjoyable.
Yeah.
Right? So all of us are here because we've either had experiences, we're curious and we want to know more, or we just enjoy the topic. And that's what we kind of go for. And part of that is the awesome people that have graced us with their presence here. A couple more things real quick. What chest rigs do you guys use? I heard Alexander Petikov got his based on your suggestion and loves it.
We use Hill People gear. I use a Recon Snubby because I'm very small. So mine is a Recon Snubby. Joe's is I think the standard size bag, right? Yeah. But they're Recon chest kits.
Recon
chest kit bags. That's what it is. Eloquent, Jessi. But they're from Hill People Gear. I also, my day-to-day life, like every day, I carry the waist bag, which is about the same size as this, but it has extra pouches to it and zippers. But this is my chest rig.
And then this is the big sized one. Of course, mine's like multicam black, so you can't see anything on it. But that's what we carry.
It's got Molly mine's got Molly on the front. That's where my lightning detector goes, flashlight. Sometimes I wear a knife on it. You could put that on there. But that's what we carry our tins with.
We carry small backup AA and AAA flashlights on here because sometimes, especially when we're looking at prints,
Mm-hmm.
the big flashlights are too powerful and they wash out, especially if we're trying to film it. So these kind of cast a softer beam.
Yeah.
And then we just carry like.
What do you carry on your small one? I carry an O-light.
We both got O-lights.
Oh, you got an O-light
Yeah, we
too?
both got orange O-lights.
Oh,
So
sweet. Well, there you go.
That's kind of our jam, orange stuff. I carry a small digital recorder in this pouch. I carry like a spare mag, keys, just stuff like that. Stuff that you want on you if you have to drop your pack for whatever reason that you still want on your body.
Yeah, and okay, here, let's get into this too, is sometimes I will put like an extra car key or something in there, because if you're a chick, I mean, if you're a dude and you got to go pee in the woods, you can leave everything on, you're fine. Chick, you've got to do the squat thing. It's nice to have your stuff where you can always keep it on you, even if you've got to take your pack off to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You always have that chest rig on. So even if we're not out cryptid hunting, even if I'm on like a standard hike with like my friend Katie,
oh yeah, we wear them all the time.
We wear them all the time because it's your essential stuff that you never want off of you or ever to lose can go on that chest rig, and it stays on you from the moment you get out of your vehicle until you get home, and that way you don't lose anything.
Yeah,
there.
but I think you gave Alexander that suggestion for it, and then he got one like immediately and just like loved it.
But I wear the waist bag every day when I'm like out and about. That waist bag it's like a security blanket at this point, but
Mm-hmm.
I can carry a firearm in that. I can carry my money, my ID, and everything in that, and it just is right there on my hip, and my hands are always free.
I just wanted to put up that Stingray does think I'm doing I think he left the berry out. Probably his keyboard might be a little stuck right now, but that's okay. Bickett, I'm a new subscriber and I enjoy the channel and I find your uploads the best that I've seen. Thank you
so much.
Thank you. Goshawk also has a HPG.
Cool. Kim Drescher said, continue digging in your yard, Jess. I have a pretty orange mullum. Well, I don't know what a mullum is.
I don't know what a mullum is.
Cool.
Marcus Aurelius, no one knows the truth, so every opinion should be taken in consideration. Exactly right. Just because here's the deal. We have our way of doing stuff. Like we don't cast footprints because there are people out there casting footprints already. There are not people running around with infrasound detectors or taking, electromagnetic pumps out into the woods to see what effect that has. We have our own way of doing stuff, and we encourage other people. There need to be traditional, like Bigfoot hunters, banging on sticks on the trees, casting footprints. There need to be people getting weird with it. Getting weird with it. So
Stingray suggests we have fish sticks and tater tots. I would love that.
I'm Irish, so that was like the meal growing up in my house. So Lisa Johnson is part of the Multicam Black gang. She could not get a Multicam Black from Hill People Gear, so I ordered from a knockoff company. If you probably ordered Emerson gear, and those are really good chest rigs.
Yeah,
they're really good chest rigs. They're very, very, very good chest rigs.
You know what? I ought to get one of those for when I go biking.
Mm-hmm. So Stingray had a bag, but I divorced her. Goshawk has the trigger guards. That's what we use. We use the Kydex trigger guards with the attached with the paracord to the bottom. So,
D. Pollock asked Jessi, "Did you ever get to see ghosts with your awesome look?" No, I never got to see ghosts.
They delayed the concert, postponed the concert, and then canceled the concert.
Yeah.
So
I'm very sad about it.
Yeah, she was pretty crushed. So that was a.
So now Joe has to buy me VIP meet and greet tickets for the next tour. So
thanks, Ghost. Anyway. Grace W wants to know, will Katie be back for Halloween?
I don't
know, but it's hilarious that people know Katie by name and are asking for
it.
So,
you know what? Here's the thing too, is we've mentioned this over and over again. Joe is not really into the ghost type stuff, okay? Just not into the ghost type stuff. Katie and I are very much into the ghost type stuff, the paranormal kind of stuff. So when we do Estes method, Katie's usually the one asking questions and doing it with me. Joe doesn't like to do it. He does not like to participate in doing the Estes method. So I like to bring Katie in as my ghost sister.
So you talk about how it's okay to have different opinions on here, and I think Paul's our resident skeptic. Paul challenges everything that comes up here. Do you know what I'm saying? But guess what? He does it in a way that's like not just this gut response.
It's thought-provoking.
Poo-pooing on it. It's very thought-provoking. And if nobody wants to deal with like an a-hole, no matter how smart or how well thought out they are. But for somebody who's like very insightful and is just conversing with you about it, That's awesome. I mean, he brings up stuff all the time, and I'll be like, no, I don't think that this is the case, and this is why. And he'll be like, oh, okay. He's open to some back and forth. He's not coming in completely convinced against it. He just thinks things through, and it's not even challenge you. He just brings up a different perspective that's really welcome a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just how it is. So, how about the Bell Witch investigation on Halloween night?
So the Bell Witch Cave, they do an event on Halloween. That's their biggest night of the year. The line to do the tour of the Bell Witch Cave,
like around you would have to rent that place out.
1,000 people.
And I guarantee you that we probably don't make enough in a year to rent that place out on Halloween night, man.
No, because they do the Bell Witch Cave tours. And that's their biggest event of the year. And I'm telling you, thousands of people go through. It is just a full, it is full tilt boogie at that during Halloween. So that is never going to happen. Never going to happen.
Christopher Lindberry, do some research on infrasound or ultrasound and see what happens when broadcasting it. Got to find out the right frequencies, though. I'm assuming you have missed pretty much every episode where I have gone into a very boring, long diatribe about infrasound. At sound under 20 hertz. We're pretty conversant on infrasound, not as much on ultrasound, because ultrasound doesn't have the attachments that infrasound has, as far as like the things that it's supposed to cause and all of that. But it's very difficult to generate infrasound. Human speakers, even like most subwoofers, they're made for people to listen to them, so they don't go below the range of hearing. They're not designed to do that. You have to have very specialized equipment, and it's expensive and it's heavy. The company that made our infrasound detection equipment was going to make a portable infrasound generator, and I'm going, oh, this is what we need to take out in the woods and generate it. It's like the size of like a 55-gallon barrel. You know, it's way too big. It's truck portable is how they're talking about it. So it's very difficult to do that. Now, ultrasound is easier to generate. You can actually get pest devices that are designed to scare away like dogs and all that, you know, to do it. So.
Mises as well.
What? Mises as
Yeah.
well. So.
North Central Ohio Paranormal said that was a great Estes method with Katie.
Yeah.
We'll have to tell Katie that she got some compliments tonight.
Got some compliments. So she certainly doesn't get them from us. So we're hard on Katie Church.
We are not.
I'm hard on Katie Church.
You can be hard on Katie Church.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Stingray asked her, how about a ghost story night? We were talking about not having people share their ghost stories.
Yeah, we were. We were talking about ghost to ghost.
Our version of ghost to ghost. Holler to holler? What would you call it? So, holler to holler? H2H? All right.
Well, somebody doing my open lines too. That'd be holler to holler.
Ultrasound is supposedly what does the woo thing. It is generated by the earth. It's generated by earthquakes, storms, avalanches, meteorites entering the atmosphere, certain animals.
I'm making my notes too.
Tennessee Outlaw had an F-150 with 15-inch subs that would generate 185 sound pressure levels. It was literally dangerous, dude. Grim, busting the fakers with their own haunted houses was always fun. Ever bust a faker, Jessi?
No, because I don't know. Sometimes somebody asks you to come in and check something out because they're experiencing something. Are they hoaxing it, or are they misinterpreting what's going on? Is there something going on with them? You can't really broach that subject with somebody. You can't just be like, you've made up all of this.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody's asked you to come in and maybe they really believe something is going on, but you're just not experiencing it when you're there. You can't just call them a liar or a faker, because then they're not going to talk about what they've experienced again. So you just can't do that. You know, I think you just have to be gracious about it and be like, well, maybe I'm not experiencing what you've experienced, but I think that maybe you've done it. But you can't just call people liars and fakers. I'm not
even going to say that. I have a very unpopular opinion as far as a lot of this stuff goes. And I kind of touched upon it earlier with the Trickster and the Paranormal, the book and the thought process behind that. There's always going to be fakers and hoaxers that are involved in this sort of stuff. And there just is. That's always going to happen. Okay. And you and me and everybody that's involved in this are going to look at certain things and go, that's the fakest damn thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I can't believe that people are swallowing that. And guess what? Other people might look at stuff that you find credible and go, that's the fakest thing I've seen. And then realize there's a whole segment of the population outside of the cryptid and the paranormal community that think all of it's fake. You know what I'm saying? That thinks the Patterson Gimlin film is just as fake as, what's the guy's name? That's the dog trainer on there that has the Sasquatch parts and the, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah,
and it's farcical. It's done as a parody, but they think it's all equally fake. So my thing is this, is that I don't care. There are people that seem to spend all of their time trying to debunk people and prove that they're fakes.
I don't have time
to do that. And if somebody is going to look at that and think it's real, even if I think it's fake, even if I know it's fake, I'm just going to move on. So what am I going to do? I'm going to spend all my energy and efforts debunking this, and then they're just going to fall for the next one that comes along. I'm not my brother's keeper as far as that goes. And the other thing too is that it feeds into this circular firing squad nature of the so-called community. You know what I'm saying? You're a fake. No, you're a fake. I'm a fake. No, you're a fake. And it becomes, that's all it is. I saw
and then,
two well-known people that I'm not going to mention their names, both released videos within, I think, about 4 hours, basically calling each other fake. And it's
that Spider-Man meme where they're all pointing at each other.
So yes, there are fakes out there. We could bust some people right now. And you know who I'm talking about. We're not doing it because, again, I don't want to spend all my time doing that. If somebody looks at something that I know is fake and they believe it, then obviously that's what they want to believe. And if I convince them that this is wrong, I'm not going to be there for the next one either. I don't want to spend all my time doing that. So, and I don't want to.
Well, you think about, Houdini was really against the spiritualist movement and these people who are mediums and people who were, and his motivations were that he wanted to debunk all these mediums because they were taking people for a ride. They were fleecing money off of people who were grieving. So, but, in doing that, he also became very bitter.
Yes.
It really put a dark cloud over his life. And I understand that these people were getting fleeced because they were grieving and these mediums were taking people's money to contact their dead loved ones, but it was all farcical.
Was it because they were grieving or because they were gullible?
Gullible is part of it too.
And that's the thing. So you protect them from this one. You're not going to change human nature.
But you're going to kill yourself, and put yourself. It really took a toll on Houdini because he was obsessed with this. Yeah. It became an obsessive pursuit to debunk all of these mediums. And, and I'm sure it put him under some mental distress too, because these people were pretending to contact his mother. And, that's just, I don't think I would want to put myself into that position to be the guy that is blowing the whistle on this. But some people need to blow the whistle on things, So I can see both sides of the argument.
And here's the deal. If you had asked me even 6 or 7 years ago, hey, Joe, what do you think about like spook lights and stuff like that? I would have gone, it's just this. I would have had a neatly wrapped up like explanation for it. And now my opinion's completely changed. So do I want to like take a real hard stance that something in particular is fake only to maybe down the road experience it myself and then have to eat crow about it, So I don't know, man. So Arcane Discoveries, those are Hill People Gear chest rigs.
I responded in the
you
chat.
did? Okay, I'm sorry. So
Catch up, Joe.
You're
not doing such a good job, are you?
I'm just making sure that our people are taken care of here. So Tennessee Outlaw, what info and what thermal for my drone? I'm stuck. I don't know that much about drone thermal. We're using, I don't know if they're in the drone field yet, but AGM thermal is really freaking impressive.
That is what I captured that thermal on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That what looked to be an upright something in the woods.
Now DJI, the Mavic company, they have like a small thermal box, but it's like 10 grand, man. Like drone thermal is expensive. If that's something you want to get into right now, probably DJI is probably your best bet for it, unless AGM has ventured into that. But thermal for something like that is, I keep looking at it going, man, every year it gets better and it gets cheaper.
Yeah.
So I guess we're to the point now where I don't know if we'd ever buy it, because I know that whatever we bought, it would get better and cheaper the next year, and I'd be kicking myself.
Yeah.
So,
Graham is talking about, he's the one that asked about the whole, calling somebody out for faking something. He said that, I won't find his other one, but he said that the lady had like a garage door opener under her leg or something. This is on an investigation that a homeowner asked us to investigate. I dropped my pencil and saw her trying to hide the remote.
Now, if that happened to me personally, I'd be offended.
I would be offended. Why did you ask me to come here?
Mm-hmm.
This is wasting my time.
Yep.
That's why you have to really screen these people. But why would they do that? Like, why would they?
There's a people out there that that's the other thing too. People go, nobody would hoax this. What's in it for them to hoax it? Some people just want the attention.
A little bit of attention.
Now that's completely different, as opposed to just hope. There's a hoax on the internet. Oh my God, there's an image on Facebook.
Yeah.
Jesus God.
This is getting somebody to come to your house.
That's totally different. If somebody wasted my time with that, somebody's getting their damn ass.
Well, that's a big red flag that this person is not mentally well. I'd be getting the heck out of there.
First, we're beating some ass for really
Joe's gonna beat their ass while I'm going to the car. So there's that.
Cops are gonna show up. Why did you beat this person's ass? They're hiding a garage door opener. All right, let's back up to the front. We're ghost hunters, officer. And then at that point, the cops are just going to go on. He's not going to listen to anything else. Stingray's coming in hot, $10.
That's why we don't do house calls.
Coming in hot. Yeah, we rarely do. We rarely do house calls. So.
Because I don't know if they're going to like kill me and then tie you up in the basement.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, we don't really go. We went to that one gentleman's property. We had talked to him for a while. And even then, we were all cautious of each other. You know what I'm saying? If somebody went, hey, meet me in the middle of this national forest and I'll show you where the Bigfoot are, I'm going to go, no, thank you. And if they do tell us where a hot spot, we're not going there right away. We're probably not going there for a while, and we're definitely going unannounced. Mm-hmm. Some weird people out there. So.
Lisa Johnston said, my favorite episode, can't remember the name, was the recording of the growling sounds, the disturbance of the recorder, and then the eye shine. That was freaking wild. That was Screaming Lights and Supernatural Predators. We can't even remember the name of that episode. I sometimes have to look that up. But that was some of the craziest audio evidence we've ever gotten. It was that long where we left a drop recorder by that tree that had all of those pieces of quartz around it. And we left the drop recorder by that tree, and we left it for a long time and just left it going. And then we hiked a distance away and then hiked back. And then we got all this crazy growls, and it sounded like two things kind of communicating with each other.
And we heard it when we went to pick up the recorder. Yeah. And we didn't see the eye shine. We didn't notice that until we reviewed the video.
Yeah.
And then we drop like recorders all the time. Mm-hmm. Jessi does most of the video review, and I usually do the audio review. And I'm going to be honest with you. The video that you just did where we found that ripped up vest and we left a recorder there. People are like, what did you get on the recorder? We got movement, but to be honest with you, it didn't sound that big. I think a small little critter checked the recorder out.
Yeah.
It didn't sound like big movement. So I listened to hours of audio and I use, a spectrogram. I go on Audacity. I look for like visual, but you have to listen to it too, because sometimes things are faint. The vast majority of it is a huge waste of time, I hate to say.
Yeah.
When I listened to that, I freaking she was cooking dinner and I just came in going, you've got to stop what you're doing. And she's like, I'm cooking, I can't stop. And I'm like, just stop and come listen to this. And we just sat there. We probably listened to that for 3 or 4 hours, just over and over again.
And I think we just sat there staring at each other and listening to it, and like with our eyes this freaking big. But that's some of the weirdest audio I think I've ever heard, much less captured. So.
And people constantly tell me, oh, it's hogs. And I'm going, a hog did not pick this.
It's two different things.
Communicate. It's not trees bending in the wind. It's not a hog. A hog doesn't explain any of those noises. It doesn't explain the recorder getting picked up, slammed back down. There was no hog saliva on it.
No.
A hog would not put it back down exactly where it was found at, and a hog would not explain those big red eyes.
Yeah. But that's Screaming Lights and Supernatural Predators, because that was just so.
Ivan wants to know, do y'all ever go to the Cherry Log Museum? We've gone twice now, haven't we?
Yeah, we saw David Paulides speak there one time.
So
by accident.
yeah, very accident. So
we showed up there because we were like, let's go to the Bigfoot Museum. And David Paulides was speaking. And we're like, oh, well, this is convenient.
Tennessee Outlaw was talking about he wanted to adapt a FLIR monocular to it, but I can't get it to work, and the weight kills the flight time. You got to get DJI has some specific, but the last I checked, they were like 10 grand just for the camera, and then you got to have the DJI drone specifically to put it on. But it's specially made, and I don't know what the resolution is. I mean, that's something that's still real cost prohibitive. Like a real good thermal drone, you're looking at like 30 grand, and that ain't even top of the line at this point. That's just a functional, really good. All right.
Gunpowder Owl says, have y'all experienced weird dreams and connected with weird events? I had a really weird night a while back. I used to do lucid dreaming experiments, and I got really good at it. Like I went through lucid dreaming protocols, and I got even like, I was even doing like herbal assistance with it. You can do like mugwort. And I was doing that and then going through the lucid dreaming protocols to induce lucid dreaming. And I was starting to get to the point where I could ask questions and get answers from, I don't know what, but I started getting freaked out. So I stopped doing lucid dreaming protocols because I can lucid dream naturally. Like I realize I'm in a dream and I'm like, oh shit, time to fly, you know, and I'll go fly and do something like that. But like I was starting to do the lucid dreaming protocols, and I got really into it for a while, and it freaked me out a little bit. So I backed off of that because sometimes you're in it and you know you're in it, and then you pull the curtain back a little too much, and you can't get out. You want to get out, and you're trying to get out, and you can't get out. And you even go through your protocol of what you're supposed to do to get out, and you can't do it. And I got really freaked out. So I stopped doing my lucid dreaming stuff. But sometimes I'll have weird encounters.
A couple quick things here. I want to know when the next Dogman episode was. We don't really have a lot of Dogman activity in our general area.
Yeah, so if there's no activity, we don't really.
Yeah, and we're not.
We are going back to the LBL.
Don't say when.
At some point.
At some point.
I'm not gonna say when.
But go.
What are you doing?
Keep people entertained real quick.
I'm trying. I don't know what you're doing. I'm looking at the things here. We're gonna call it shortly. And
real quick, I think
what Ghetto Yeti said that Jessi was so precious and stoked in the Brown Mountain Lions, but loved it.
Thank you for that, Lisa Johnson.
Yes.
$10. Thanks, guys. Love y'all. Thank you very, very much. Walter Ballard popped in. Bill Sayaka. Gary is here. Hold on a second. Where's that box at?
Right there. Speaking of mail call.
We didn't show this because it got picked over really quickly when we opened it. So
my mother
took a big chunk of this.
My mom took some. But Gary has a company called Images by Gary. He's in Conway, South Carolina.
Yeah.
He's in the chat here. Gary made us some really cool stuff. He made a Hellbent Holler metal travel mug. And then we've got travel cups with our logo.
Tumblers and everything like that.
With our names on them. So thank you for that, Gary. That was really cool. We got this.
It got picked over really quickly when we opened it. It was at the P.O. box for a bit. And
That's a coffee mug.
Yeah, I know. That's what I want to show the.
So I think my mother got one of these. So.
Yeah, so they just descended like locusts on it and just took like.
But thank you very much for that, Gary.
It was a huge hit, man. Thank you so much. So.
Are you okay? You got it?
I'm boxing myself in is what I'm doing. So.
Well, we're gonna do last call, guys. Let's see. Kim Drescher. I've never been able to do lucid dreaming. It seems that I've had past life dreams in my whole life. Yeah, and that's the thing. But dreams are very weird. It's very weird. It's similar to like the night hag type stuff. I
Mhm.
get so freaked out when I can't.
Mhm.
Like I get into the space, but I
Mhm.
can't get out of the space. It scares the crap out of me. It's like being in a
Yeah.
cave, and that scares me. It's confining and it's terrifying. So I stopped doing it.
Talking about getting a digital with VOR, the ones we have with VOR, I'm always worried that it's going to usually cuts on with the sound. Now there's some that they've got out there that actually will, when, let me back up here real quick. There's some out there that when the sound triggers it, it starts recording. It's constantly going, but it's not saving it. So when it hears something, it starts basically 5 seconds before, if that makes sense. The problem is that usually the woods that we're operating in, there's constantly noise going on. So we have to do a lot of dealing with, like, especially in the warmer ones, like insects and everything like that.
Yeah.
But
if you watch that last video.
yeah. So, and then some of them too, sometimes we get really faint calls like in the distance and everything. So, but that is a good option. So
Ivan Ramirez asked if you thought about carrying glow sticks as backup.
yeah, we carry a few chem lights with us. So Tracker's in. What's up? Tracker's got in from barely hunting. I don't know if that means that he was barely hunting or he was out hunting bears. So Michael Chun, do you think that a dogman is a demon? I think that there are demonic qualities to some of them. I think that there are some flesh and blood creatures that are responsible for some of these sightings. And then I think that there are maybe some non-physical entities that are malicious. So
Ray Provencio. Thank you, sir.
What's up, Ray?
Work made it to last call.
You have to start from the beginning, man. So boy, everybody's giving Gary some props for it, man. Yeah, it was very, very cool, man. Thank you.
That was really cool. Gary.
It took us a while to get them because it was too big for the P.O. box. So we stopped by after hours. We had to like get up there while they were open to get it. So
Yep. All right. Thank you guys. And if you guys I need your addresses. So what we're gonna do, if you're watching the show and you won something, email us. We'll go through the protocol with you of what to do to confirm your identity. Some of you we know, obviously, but we will confirm your identity. We'll get your address and we'll ship out your swag to you if you want it with the 1-year anniversary giveaway. Make sure you follow that. Email us in the subject line, put I won winner giveaway, Gibbs me that. I don't know. If you won, just make sure you email us. We're going to respond to your comments and tell you to email us and everything. But if you're watching, just email us. It's easier.
There will be no identity theft. So.
And I will ship all that stuff out to you. And you can show off your Help Out Holler swag as a gift of appreciation from us. So
Stingray wanted to know, as we close out, how Martin is doing. He's not out of the woods yet. Please keep him in your prayers.
Absolutely.
He's probably not answering messages to the degree that he normally is, but if you want to leave a comment for him or just send a prayer and some good energy his way, man. He's Martin is somebody who is able to do stuff that the rest of us can't in this field. And if you guys know Martin from his account, the attack that happened, the 2 books that he released and all that, Martin Groves does a lot of legwork as far as investigating current and recent activity. You would be shocked at how much he doesn't talk about a lot of it because it's time consuming. He's trying to get the message out, but he is doing work that we couldn't do. I mean, just due to his like past and his connections that he has
and the way that he can talk to people.
Martin Groves can walk into any small rural police department in that greater region and he's going to know somebody or have a contact in common with somebody, and he can get answers that just a couple of schlubs like us off the street would just get laughed out of the police station. So, all right.
Bronwyn has something very important to say. Weekly reminder that 1, Jessi is amazing, and 2, Joe is doing a great job.
Joe's doing a good job.
So. We love you guys. Thank you guys for all participating in that giveaway and commenting and watching every week and being part of this. We really appreciate it, guys. I hope you guys have a awesome week. Have a just total awesome week. You guys stay healthy. Stay safe. Everybody seems to be getting sick. So just say a prayer for our boy Martin Groves. You're coughing.
I got a little cough. Say a prayer for me.
I'm not lighting the grill today. So make sure you guys have a great week and keep an eye out. I will get that video out. And we love y'all. Y'all are badass. Y'all are awesome. Thank you for joining us for the show. And we're going to put up some music and you guys tell each other bye and all that great stuff. And thanks again.
We'll
Joe?
see you next week.
See you next week, kids.